What's up, everybody? It's time for Met Therapy, and we're going live this evening because a couple reasons. We're not in the studio because Lee is on vacation.
He wanted to take time off or something.
And we can't work shit without him, so we're back here at Becky's house in front of the teal. In front of the teal wall, which is our unofficial place to do the Met Therapy podcast. And here we are. We thought it would be fun to wrap up the end of the year by kind of going over some highlights that happened for us over the year and to talk about our goals, our jiu-jitsu goals for the next year, and then to talk with you guys and see what you guys want to see in the podcast, what you liked about the podcast.
Questions, comments, concerns, all that stuff.
All the good stuff. So, yeah. Welcome. What's up? It's almost time for New Year. I'm ready for this year to be over.
Yeah.
I could do with a new year. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised how many people are like, fuck 2016.
Dude, it not even just for the celebrity deaths. Like, there's been some stuff in my
it's not
own
even
family.
about that. That's just been...
Yeah, the celebrity
purge that's happening this year is, that's one
it's
thing,
sad.
but
It's sad,
it
for
sucks.
sure. Like, most of us were fans of most of the celebrities that passed away. But even more importantly, like, it just seems things have been going on in my family that you're like, what?
It's been like a whole... 2016 has been one long Mercury retrograde. Like, things are just weird and what the fuck.
All right, well, so then, you know what? The best way to do this is to start talking about what our goals are for the next year. Bex, what are your jiu-jitsu goals?
My jiu-jitsu...
For the year 2017.
2017. So for actual, like, training-wise...
Yeah. Well, it's a jiu-jitsu podcast, so let's talk about our jiu-jitsu goals as opposed to,
Well, like, there's different asks. My goals touch on different things.
Speaking of jiu-jitsu specifically, what are your goals for the next year?
Well, they're all very specific. It's just this
okay.
one. So the training one would be, I want to work more on my transitions. Like, I feel like I've gotten down, like, I have certain submissions that I've become a fan of that I feel comfortable when I get there.
Yeah.
Now it's finding different ways of getting there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
I think
transitions.
that's I feel like that's exactly what purple belts are supposed to do. Like, I think we're supposed to figure out what our game is, and then at this point, polish it and make it become the master of your specific game, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing at this point in your journey. Yes.
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 So that'll be the start.
Okay. I like it.
How about you? What's one of your goals?
One of my goals is so I got caught slipping yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it was so anybody who trains at HQ knows that I'm there and I'm bossy and like I'm always around.
Mama hen.
Yeah. So something happened. Somebody was supposed to cover for Eddie yesterday. He was out of the gym at a meeting with the UFC, and there was miscommunications, and somebody got sick, and there were just miscommunications, and nobody showed up to class. And so I'm texting Eddie, and Eddie's like, dude, I don't know, I'm at a UFC meeting, like, figure this shit out, you handle it. And so
You're the boss.
I look around, and there's, like, I'm the highest ranking belt in the room. There's other purple belts, but, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, okay. So
I guess I'm teaching.
It's me. And I teach the kids, but when I teach the kids and when I cover for the fundamentals class, I prepare. I prepare. You know, like, I know I come in, I know what we're doing, I know what the warm-ups are.
You have a plan in your head.
I have a plan. Well, this was, I just woke it up, I'd been really
Still
tired,
rubbing your eyes
feeling
a
well,
little.
and I was like, oh, I'm not prepared for this. And so I didn't know the warm-ups because I hadn't gone and researched them, and I wasn't.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. And then, like, I couldn't remember anything, so I was like, we'll do this. Or not. And it was one of those really embarrassing moments because I feel like I'm one of the people at the gym who are expected to step up to do stuff like that. And so my goal is to memorize the warm-ups so well that I can teach them on the spot. Like, you should be able to meet and be like, teach G. So that is one of my goals for the year, is that I can learn all of the warm-ups well enough to teach them on the spot.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that. We actually, Lila, whose name I just saw pop up there
Lila.
somewhere, had a great idea the other day about, and Eddie seems kind of on board with it. So.
Oh, what is it?
I think he saw it on it, or Austin has it.
The wall.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I thought about that too.
So she's talking about like a dry erase board.
Yeah.
2 fairly large ones on that wall in the corner. Well,
Yeah.
You guys don't care about any of this, but to
I
have
like it.
have a space where we can actually have the warm-ups written out,
I
so
like
that
it.
everybody can just look up and be like, that. Okay, got it.
Yeah. That
So-
has nothing to do with my goal, but yes, because I want to be
It
able to
should-
not look at the wall.
Well, it should help the
No,
process.
I don't want to look. I want to be.
Well,
I
the
want
process, the
I want you
process
to,
of learning it.
I want you to be like G, and me be
I
like, this is G.
I think once you
Yeah.
see it enough written,
I
I
agree.
feel like
I
you're
agree.
gonna be good.
Totally. Okay.
So, all right.
So there's that. Sorry to everybody who was in class yesterday. But I did teach. I'm really good at the electric chair. It's one of my things. It's my shit. And I got to teach that to somebody who was visiting from Gilbert Melendez's school. Really nice guy.
Oh wow.
And his wife was there. She was pregnant. She trained. She was like, "Oh, I wish I could train with you guys. I can't wait." And I was like, "Come back when you're not pregnant." So that was awesome. And then I went over the Mexican necktie, which is a variation on the Japanese necktie. I've done it to you. You know.
Oh, like the weird. Yeah. I didn't know that was Mexican necktie.
It's the Mexican necktie. And so we went over that. And then Mauricio from Chihuahua was there. But he
I saw
didn't
that they
speak
were there.
English, but he was still able, he and his guys were still able to teach. His guys spoke pretty good English. But they were like, "Oh, let me show you some stuff." So we went over a whole bunch of variations on Peruvian neckties, and it was awesome.
Very
Like,
cool.
it turned out okay in the end. I just felt very
Unprepared.
and inadequate in the moment.
You did your best
Right.
with what you had.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
But I should have had more, is the thing.
I'm sure you did great.
Okay.
So my other, this is kind of like my just kind of fun little whatever thing, goal wise. But my one of my favorites is doing a seminar down in San Diego next year.
Ooh.
So my goal is to make it out to the Tom DeBlas seminar in San
Are
Diego.
you gonna watch it like this?
in March?
Wait, are you gonna watch it like this?
I just might. You know what? Don't judge me. I just might. I just might.
We can make you a shirt.
Anyway,
We can make you a shirt.
what?
Tom DeBlas.
And with like hearts and
With
stuff
hearts
around
on it, hearts coming out of your eyes,
You
like
guys-
the little emoji.
Everybody has this weird thing that like they think I'm in love with the guys. I'm not. It's not like that. I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan. But you guys all make me sound all, you know.
Okay.
She's petting me now.
All right. Next goal. Me.
Your turn.
I'm gonna compete at least three times this year.
Very nice.
That's my goal.
I like that one.
Yep.
I
so
like that
you guys
one.
can all hold me accountable. I will.
You heard it
compete
here
3 times.
first.
Yes.
She says she's gonna
I'm
compete.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Who's talking in there?
I don't know who's talking.
What's happening?
She is.
Oh.
Oh, is he
That
saying?
he's
That's it. I
saying-
think that's behind. Is he saying that you are in
He's
love with
saying
Tom
that I'm
DeBlas?
in love with him.
Hi, Ruben Alvarez.
How dare you? How dare you, people?
sir.
All of you.
All right.
Um,
Last goal.
Well, I have like a few.
Oh, sorry,
I have
I
a
just-
whole bunch.
Well-
Some can tie into each other, though.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I didn't.
One of the things that I have been talking about doing that I'm going to actually like focus on next year is learning to teach. Because I feel like if I learn to teach, it's also going to be teaching to learn.
Yeah,
Learn-
for sure.
Learn to teach so I can teach to learn.
I personally think that it makes you better, and I think a lot of people think that it makes you better to teach.
Yeah.
I know that I understand techniques way better when I have to explain them to somebody, so I support that. I think that's awesome. And you're doing that.
Yes.
She came to the last Women's Self-Defense Seminar, and she was helping out, and you were teaching, and it was
Mhm.
awesome.
More of
Yay.
that.
I like that. Okay, and then my last one is I want to, well, it's not my last one, but specific to jiu-jitsu. I want to earn my brown belt this year from Eddie.
That's a good goal.
I know.
That's a good one.
So that's what I'll be doing this
You
year,
can do it.
among other things, because
Amongst
you
all
know.
the other things.
But-
So my other thing is that I want to like do some sort of traveling that relates to like for jiu-jitsu.
That's actually also
Like
another
I
goal
kind of
that
want
I have.
to like
Yeah.
I want to I don't know, be asked to come like even it not necessarily even to like to teach it or to cuz obviously I haven't started teaching, so that's really not a thing. But like we've talked about maybe like commentating for events.
So you want
So
somebody
maybe
to
something like
go
that?
somewhere
I want to be able to go somewhere because
related to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
All right. So me too. And one of my goals this year, especially with the Women's Self-Defense Program, and it's almost happening. I'm not going to announce it until it actually happens, but I want to be invited somewhere. I want to be flown out somewhere to teach a seminar. And I've got the invitation,
Nice.
but we have not put it in stone yet. So
Work
Who's
in
that?
progress.
Yeah.
Work in progress. All right, what's going on out here?
who's on?
Who's a lot of people? Look at all these comments.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
What up, Gustavo? Amsterdam.
Okay, so
Hi,
should we
Freddie.
ask questions? Freddie. Oh, I have Freddie's gift for you. Freddie is
See, she's
the
trying to keep my gift, Freddie.
No,
Do
okay.
you see that?
So Freddie Chavez is a friend of the podcast. We sound like the mafia. He's a friend of the podcast, and he's amazing, and we love him. And he was so incredibly generous that he gave all of us from Matt Therapy gifts over Christmas. And
You're such
Freddie,
a
we
freaking
love you.
sweetheart.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So should we ask some questions, or should we read some questions that people have
Let's
asked
see.
us?
Let's see what's
Okay.
going on. Hi, Rich. Hi. Let's see. Ryan. D-double-G in Beckford. Hope y'all have a Merry Christmas to you, Robert.
See, you don't get to pick your nicknames. My name is now D-double-G.
I like that.
Beckford.
Moving along. What up, Kevin Coolheart?
Okay, I got a question.
Thanks, Isaac. You'll teach me transitions. Hi, Kale. I miss you.
All right, I'm trying to pull up our questions from Instagram, but for some reason my phone's not pulling it up.
I have some written down.
Oh, please do.
Pious. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right?
Pius.
Pious. Oh.
Pius Ainilo Lobo Jr.
Oh, damn. You
He's
got that. Damn. You got that good.
He's the
I'm
U of
impressed.
MMA. He was the U of MMA 170 pound champ. What up, guy?
Hi, Mercedes. You're never unprepared and inadequate. We heart
Aw, thanks. I was really unprepared yesterday.
you. Shut up, Ruben Alvarez.
Okay, ask
Leave
some
me alone.
questions, Bex.
I'm trying to see if anybody has
I know
asked
one of the
questions.
questions-
Nobody has.
One of the
So-
questions was,
Here. So,
Okay.
will there be any Matt Therapy sub-only tournaments in 2017?
see,
Yes.
we're working on it. Andrew
Yes.
Murillo is on top of it. We're working on locations. We've got some other things that we're working on that are not quite
Wetty.
Wetty. They're not quite ready to announce. They're also not quite
But they're gonna
ready
be
to announce.
freaking awesome.
They're going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And we're working on them. And I'm going to answer the question that everybody's been asking. I know, the clothes. I'm sorry. We're working on it. It's happening. I can't tell you when, but soon.
Sometimes
the
things are
best-
just easier said than done.
Yeah. Is the best answer
It's
that I
gonna
have for
happen.
you. So, soon, t-shirts. I can tell you that. T-shirts soon. How many times do we train a week on average from our homie, Bud Baus? Wait, is that Bud's his first name?
Badowski?
Yeah.
I train 4 days a week at the very least. Monday through Thursday, I will always be in class. Friday, Saturday, Sunday just kind of depend on my work schedule, but I always try and at least get in. You know, I try and go Friday to like Van Nuys if I can, or Sunday mornings to down in Costa Mesa. I always try to get that extra day
Yeah.
in if I can.
So 4, at least.
Minimum 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm averaging 4. On a good week, I'll get there 5 times. I train with the fight team on Mondays because I'm there training the kids, and it's fun to get beat up by 20-year-olds that you can't keep up with. But I can tap them out. I can tap those guys out. I just can't keep up with the cardio.
Maybe that's something we work on
Yeah.
next year. Because we both need that.
And then I do Tuesdays and Thursdays day class. Try to make Wednesdays, and then I usually do Saturdays if I can. So yeah, I'm about
That's
4
right.
times a week.
You make it on the
4 or
weekends.
5 times a week. Yeah.
Very nice. I like that. So
I'd like to up it in the new year, but I'll try.
here's
I'm
a
very
good
busy.
here's a good
Things to
question.
do.
Jonas, I don't know what his name is. Your dream traincation.
Ooh, dream traincation. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Speaking of traincations, there's definitely going to be one this year. Working on something really fucking cool. It's gonna be awesome. That's beside the point. My dream traincation
Let's
would
just
be
start with 2017 is
Yeah.
gonna kick 2016's ass.
yeah. I think it would probably be like someplace tropical.
Oh,
Someplace
hell yeah.
tropical, but no, just fill me out. So like a big house, someplace tropical with somebody like a chef, and somebody making us food and stuff like that. Maybe a masseuse on site, and then training all day in the tropics.
Can we get a chiropractor too?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So that's my dream. What's your dream? Traincation.
I mean, I'm you know me, Caribbean blood. I want
For sure.
I want the tropics. So
I'd like to do another cruise.
I would like the idea of going somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I know
I'd go to Hawaii, anywhere warm.
I know Tom DeBlas is doing another seminar in Costa Rica
Maybe
next year.
Puerto Vallarta, because I went there.
Somebody want
earlier
to
this
fly
year.
me out to Tom DeBlas's seminar in Costa Rica next year? I don't mind that. That wouldn't suck at all.
I would go back to Puerto Vallarta because that was awesome.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
How about in Cuba?
Ooh, Cuba. All right.
I'm very excited about Cuba there. Mercedes says she'll have us out in Tucson for a
Yay!
seminar, for a ladies'
do it.
seminar.
Let's do it.
I'm in. Let's do it next year. It's going down.
Done.
See,
You can find us in Tucson.
Traveling. You're making all my dreams come true, Mercedes.
Okay, this is a good one from our homie House Lopez on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Have you two ever had a real match or only sparred? No.
So, all my tournaments this year, because as I've mentioned, I just started competing this year. Donna has been basically in my corner,
Right.
So definitely not going
But-
against each other, except one match where she had to kind of bow out and
Because she was fighting another one of our teammates, and
Yeah.
it was just too weird.
Yeah.
And we all trained together every day.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and I say this about training at HQ all the time. I don't feel like there's ever a match where we're like, just gonna roll light and just...
that we're not going to the
No,
death.
dude, every fucking roll at HQ is a fight for your life. I came home yesterday so beat up that, like, my brain felt like it was gonna pop out of my head.
That's it. I don't feel that way.
I do. I feel like every
I
single
don't
roll
feel
is a
that
fight
way.
for my life.
I feel like I can go in,
All right.
even with you, and
All right.
not go to the death.
Okay.
But I know you and a few others that, like, it's just, there's no chill. There's zero chill.
All right, so maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know how to roll light
I don't
because
know.
everybody tries to kill me.
Maybe that, because you think everyone's trying to kill you. I
Okay.
don't know.
Sevi Jitsu. Did I say that right? Yeah.
Sounds right.
Sevi Jitsu. How much do we have to pay you to train 1 week in the gi? It would be fun to hear about that experience. Okay, I'll tell you this. What if
If
somebody
you
wants-
want to pay me, I'll try it regardless. Like, if someone gives
Yeah.
me a gi and gives me a
That's
place
what
to
it
go,
is. The
I'm not
cost-
gonna buy a gi.
The price is a gi. You don't have to pay us. We'll go train anywhere in a gi, but somebody has to send us a gi because we're not buying one. All right, that's it. But speaking of gis, next week the Nuwaza crew is coming on,
I heard there's a gi involved.
and there will be some kind of gi drawing giveaway thing.
Something
So
gi related.
yeah,
See?
there you go.
I wonder. I started thinking when I saw that, are they gonna do like flashy, colorful? Since everything's
I
like,
mean, it's Nuwaza. Yeah, that's
Wouldn't
a good
they
question. I don't know.
Would it be like some bright, like patterned gi? That'd be kind of interesting.
I mean, it's Nuwaza.
We have a question from my homie Kale down in Temecula. Opinions on Goldberg leaving the UFC and who goes with Rogan. I thought Rogan was leaving the UFC.
They probably paid him a lot of money not to leave.
I mean, he talked about it, I feel like, for a while, so.
Yeah, but if somebody's like, "Hey, I know you were gonna leave, but
Here's a 20.
7 figures.
Here's a 20.
Yeah. You'd be like,
Can you
"All right,
stick
I'm gonna
around?"
stay," you know what I mean? Because it's not like the job sucks. It's a fucking awesome job. I mean,
It's a lot of travel.
It's a lot of
That's
travel.
what I've heard that is kind of his thing. Is like he's constantly traveling, and that's a lot.
and he doesn't do overseas. So if he can keep that deal, if he can keep the deal for no overseas and only doing local UFC pay-per-views, because he also doesn't do any non-pay-per-views.
He did for a while do the UFC on Fox, but I noticed he wasn't there this
Yeah.
last one. So I don't know what happened
But
there.
wait, the question's about Goldberg.
Sorry.
Not Rogan. Obviously, nobody wants to lose Rogan. As far as I'm concerned, he is synonymous with the UFC. I'd be really sad to see him go.
For a lot
Goldberg,
of people, he is, yeah.
Same thing. Actually, how many of us are just... I know people rag on him a lot, but his job is literally to say what is going on in front of him. He's the play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
He does very good play-by-play. His job is not to be Joe and talk about the color and, make everybody understand what's going. Literally, his job is to give play-by-play. And I think he does that very well, and I like Goldie. I like him probably even better than Anik, who's probably going to replace him. And not that there's anything wrong with Anik. I think he tries to do too much color when he's doing play-by-play.
Yeah.
And I get it. They're having a conversation, and they're way better than I am at it, so I don't know. But, yeah, I'll miss Goldie. I think he's an asset to the UFC. I think we associate his voice, his cadence. I mean, talk to anybody who's even a casual fan of the UFC, and we talk about that, like, our tale of the tape, and virtually identical. He is synonymous with what we know as MMA. So yeah,
that's true. So we'll see where that goes.
Virtually identical, Joe.
Your husband Jonathan wants to know. Hi, babe. That was to her husband too.
Yeah.
Who is your toughest role ever?
Oh.
Ever?
Well,
That's kind of.
I mean, yeah, because everybody was a tough role at some point. I think my toughest role now are. I mean, really, it's kind of a toss up between Lila, Becky.
I mean, as far as like people that we match up with, because obviously, I roll with
gym.
black belts and it fucking sucks. But,
yeah, I mean, but people who we match up with, Lila, Becky, Lynn, and both the Jennifers, I think are all the ladies. There's nobody at HQ that I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy roll.
That's why I always say, like, we make each other stronger every day because everyone we try. All the girls are freaking beasts. Yeah. Like
everybody's got something.
I feel like most of the girls,
dangerous,
and most of the girls that we train with, like outside of this, have some sort of fitness life.
Mm-hmm.
So they're stronger because of that too.
Yeah.
So
people.
But Lynn is hard as fuck for me.
Dude, she gave me this shiner. Can you guys see that? It's almost gone. But I cover it up with makeup. But yeah, I ate her knee.
You ate her. Well, your eye ate her.
Actually, my cheek did. We collided. My head and her knee collided so hard that for a second I was like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure my cheek just broke." Like
your orbital bone or something is
I was like, "Yeah, it's
destroyed.
Gonna break." And then I was just kind of stunned for a second, and she looked at me. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And it was just one of those things. She was trying to pass guard. I was trying to stop her from passing guard. It happens. I got kneed in the face.
I've seen knees coming at me that I'm like, whoa, that was way too close for comfort. That just
I think there's something with every single woman at 10th Planet HQ that I have to be careful of. Like everybody's got something that I'm like, okay,
Jen and her
if you're rolling with fucking Kita, stay out of her triangle.
Yeah,
just don't get like Jesus.
Kita's triangles, Lila is guillotines, Jen is Kimuras.
Yep.
Or that Kimura grip to take the back or whatever.
Yeah, the Kimura
Lynn is everything.
Lynn is
watch your
fucking
watch your goddamn
ankles
legs.
And knees. Your ankles and knees for me, and head and arm triangles.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do I got?
Your fucking Mexican necktie or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
You like to choke me.
You will. You like to break my ankles.
I apparently like to give my neck too much. Hi, Frank Barca. Happy birthday.
Frank Barca. We love you.
Although it's kind of a day late for you, but here it's still your birthday. So
happy birthday. We love you.
Oh, jinx.
Aw.
Y'all interviewed Blue Belt, 10th Planet Blue Belts. We have interviewed 10th Planet Blue Belts.
Yes, we have. And we had
fact.
Joey Fody on, who's also a Blue Belt.
He is a Blue Belt. Chris Odell's a Blue Belt.
That's
Keith
true.
Is a Blue
Keith
Belt.
is a Blue Belt. Oh, I have. By the way, talk about how many awesome guests we've had on. We're a little baby podcast, right? We're only 43 episodes in? This is 43 episodes. You guys, listen to this list of people that have been on our podcast. Badasses. Mike Murda, Nasty Nate Harris, Robert Arevalo, Nedic Rebel, Liz Carmouche, Anthony Burchak, Chris Odell, Eric Campella Cruz, Joey Fody, G. Kim, Bree Stick, Daniel Perez, Lynn Vong. How does she say it? Vong? Yeah, but
that's the white Voom. But she says it for the white people.
Motherfucking Hanato Laranja.
What does she call it? The round eyes?
Yeah, the round eyes. Ruben Rivera, Lila Smaja, Jeff Jordan, Sean Doherty, Slick Rick Marshall, Alan Juban, Eric Medina, Ruben Alvarez, Eddie Bravo, Cora Sek, Drew Murillo, Travis Nuaza, Tom DeBlas, Josh Groves, Daniel Kukan, Jay Tan, Alex Magala, Frank Barca, Kendall Madden, Keita Maggette, Mark Tullius, Andrew Gwynn, and Colleen fucking Schneider, who's fighting in Bellator.
Yes,
was our first guest. We've had some awesome guests on here, you guys.
Let us know who you guys want to see next year.
That's the question. Who would be the dream? That's
Who
my
would you
question
guys
too.
like
yeah,
to
who would
see?
you guys like to see on the podcast? And be realistic. Like, obviously, we'd love for Rhonda to come on, but it's probably not going to happen next year.
Unless somebody, you know,
Unless somebody
can-
calls her for us.
Yeah, unless somebody has
Um,
some sort of connect there.
Who's your dream guest for the
My
podcast?
dream guest for the podcast. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I have to think about that one for a minute. My dream guest for the podcast.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, fuck. Let me think about that one for a second.
Okay.
Do you know?
I think actually Rhonda would be.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank her, but yeah, that's.
I mean, any of the ladies in the top
Ooh.
in the upper echelon of the UFC, like
Is it
Misha
bad that-
Tate.
is it bad that I'm not going to pick a girl?
No, not at all.
Okay. Dominic Cruz.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good one. Uriah Faber. If you want to come on, call us.
We're here.
You know, any UFC fighter I think would be fun to have on. I think Mackenzie Dern would be fun to have on.
Yeah.
Any of the top people in jiu-jitsu always would be fun to have on. But yeah,
Oh, some of them don't speak English. That's the only issue.
I know.
The translation part of it will might suffer. Let's see. Do you ladies have any online tutorials or submissions or defenses? We've not made anything,
but we were gonna talk about that, so we might as well talk about it now. So, you guys may have heard me say something last week if you listened to the episode, or if you've gone to our website lately. We have joined Patreon, which is a page of creators, it's a website where people who create content can put their stuff up, and you can join like as a membership and basically give them money every month. And what that does is really allows us to create content for you. So we have created a Patreon page, and the things that we're going to do with that page, besides allow you guys to be generous to us, which would be amazing, because then we could pay Lee and for studio time and keep the internet on and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to have a
most
Facebook
importantly,
page.
it's going to keep Lee.
Most importantly, it's going to keep Lee. That is what the money's going to first and foremost. It'll go towards helping Becky and I be able to do this weekly, so that we can consider this part of our job, and that, you know, like, we want to make the show bigger and better for you, and we want to hear about what you guys want to hear and see on the show, and hopefully do some more things. So we want Matt Therapy to become
Therapy.
we want Matt Therapy to become a real thing. So if you guys would be willing to support us in this, that's basically what our Patreon page is. And as a thank you to that, we're going to create a Facebook page, which we will be doing tutorials and technique videos. And if anybody is visiting HQ, we'll obviously ask them to do something with us, because there's always really cool people coming through, and we thought that would be something nice to show you guys. And really, we're also open to ideas for anything that you guys want to hear and see. Like, if you guys are like, hey, this would be a good idea, yeah, for sure. This is for you guys. We could just sit here and talk to ourselves every week, but we're really trying to reach out to the jiu-jitsu community and create this cool thing, and that's what Matt Therapy is. Obviously, we're working on the clothes, and I promise, I know I keep saying it, but believe me, they're coming, and they'll be here.
2017, we promise.
It'll happen. We're working on some other things and some events that are going to be badass. So Matt Therapy really is a way for us to just continue to be a part of the jiu-jitsu community in every aspect that we can. So that's what Patreon is. And if you want to go to our page, patreon.com/MattTherapyLife, and you can give us anywhere from $1 to $10 a month. And since I have you here, I'll tell you what you can get for all that stuff. Hold on. Gotta open up my iPad. All right, so at the white belt level, it's $1 a month, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of this. You'll get a sticker, and then we'll send that to you, and we'll send you a thank you note, and it'll be awesome. And then if you're a blue belt, you give us $3 a month. No, this doesn't have to do with your belts. We're just
Not
calling that
actual
these
rankings.
levels. Yeah,
These
are just our own personal names for
That's
the
how
levels.
we describe them on Patreon.
$3 blue belt. Shout out, and we'll give you.
This is somewhere where you can actually pay for your belt.
You could actually pay for your belt. We won't send you a belt though. Okay, so to recap, at white belt level, that's $1, and you'll get a sticker in the mail. Then for $3 a month, we call that the blue belt level. You'll get a sticker. Beck's gonna shout you out on the show, and then we'll also send you a discount code for something on the website when we have things on there. And then purple belt, you'll get those two things as well. You get a discount code, a sticker, and access to the Facebook group, which hopefully will have really cool stuff on it again. brown belt levels, $10 a month. We'll get all that stuff. You'll be on the Facebook group. We'll give you a sticker. You'll get discounts on the merchandise throughout the year in the group. And we'll send you a t-shirt now, because we do have those. I just don't have a way to sell them to you yet. So there's that. And then we don't have a black belt level yet, but if somebody comes up with something really cool, or if we have something really cool to give away, then we'll probably add a black belt level, and then we'll add that on. But we already feel like if you are willing to give us $10 a month, that's incredibly, ridiculously generous, and we would be forever grateful. And if you did that, then we'll do everything we can to make you happy as far as the podcast goes. So there's that.
All right, we got more questions.
Okay.
So, Mickey Springer
Hi,
is
Mickey.
asking a jiu-jitsu cruise maybe.
Yes, I would love to do another jiu-jitsu cruise.
We have talked about that, so
Yeah.
it's definitely on the list of possibilities. That takes a little bit more planning further out, so not sure if it'll happen next year, but maybe 2018.
Yeah, we'd also
So-
love to hear who you guys would like to have on a traincation. So,
What instructors you would like to see, or what seminars you'd like to see during these things.
by the way, Eddie won't let me do another 10th Planet cruise. He hates cruises, so Eddie, no.
Count him out.
Yeah.
Unless you guys come up with a lot of money.
Eddie
you know.
not feeling the cruise.
Yeah. All right.
But other people might be.
Danny Gutierrez.
Oh, I wonder if he's my
our
cousin.
homie. No, he's our training partner.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, wait, what?
Gutierrez is my family.
Oh.
All right. Anyways, I know, I'm kidding.
We train with
Wait,
him.
I
Your
tell-
husband trains with him. Top 3 submissions you want to master. That's a good question.
Okay.
You got some?
I think the very top submission that I would like to become the master of is the twister. Just because it's the signature of 10th Planet.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You?
I've been trying to, I've been getting into the truck a lot
All right.
lately.
Thanks
Or
for
at least
telling
at
me.
least attempting at
Noted.
times. Sometimes doesn't actually happen. People are able to flip it, get out of it, do whatever. So I'd like to get better at that. Maybe I should go talk to Gio down in San Diego,
For sure.
since he's kind of the master
Since
of
he
it at
trucks
this
the
point.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would also like to. I would like to become a master of the guillotine. I know I favor it, but I'd like that to be one of the things that people are like, ooh.
I mean, I love arm triangles, but it doesn't always happen. So
For sure.
I would like to get it to where my percentage of getting it is higher.
Yeah, me too. And then the last one is the Kimura, for no specific reason other than I decided that was something I was going to become good at because I'm not good at it.
Because you can control people in so many ways just with getting their arm.
Yeah, I said that to you a couple months ago.
so
I was
weird.
like, I'm going to master the Kimura.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like, but that's what I'm doing. So.
Haven't
done it yet.
My goal next year is Spiderweb. That arm bar from Spiderweb.
Yeah.
I feel like when I get into that position, it's a very comfortable. Like, I feel good.
Really?
I feel good when I get that hook in. If I get there, I feel
like it.
good. So now I just need to
All right. I
get
like
better
that.
at finishing that up.
Did you you did 3? No, you have one more.
I said the arm triangle was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
The truck, the arm triangle,
Truck,
and
arm triangle. We should write
Spiderweb.
this down.
I
Because we
will.
should. This is the other thing that
You
we're gonna
guys
do.
have to hold us accountable for all this shit we're saying.
This is the other thing that's going to be in the Facebook group is you guys are going to hold us accountable. So every week, there's 4 of us in Mat Therapy that create the collective. It's me and Becky and Jonathan and Drew. So every week one of us is going to basically be accountable to you guys for our training. And we want to talk about what we've been working on, the people we've trained with, what we've done in our training, and just basically be accountable to you guys. So that's also part of the group. That if you joined for what? $5 a month.
Yeah.
You could be a part of it.
Purple belt.
And then we'll hold you guys accountable too. We want to hear about everybody else's goals.
Well, yeah.
Because I think that's what makes this
It's
cool.
a team. We're a team here.
Team Mat Therapy.
All right. Let's see. Opinions on the benefits. This is my friend Kale. Opinions on the benefits of yoga to augment strength and conditioning training for combat sports. 1,000%. I'm for it.
You think it makes you stronger?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You try holding your body weight.
Yeah, I was going to say
And
body
certain-
weight
yeah.
stuff is
Oh, absolutely.
for sure.
And then just the stretching and the, especially if you do like a hot yoga. I don't prefer that, but
Well, I've heard people who teach yoga say that it's not good to do hot yoga.
because you you don't realize
it's false getting your body warm. The
Yeah.
whole point of yoga is it gets your body
to
warm
actually
naturally.
get your warm.
Yeah.
To get your body warm. Yeah. So
I like yoga, but I also like regular strength and conditioning too. I think there's a place for all of it as far as jiu-jitsu
yeah,
goes.
I think stretching is super important.
Yeah.
especially us
Jonathan's a
old
really good
ladies,
strength
so-
and conditioning coach as far as jujitsu stuff. Like,
Yeah, he does a really good job.
when you tell him you want to work on something specific, he comes up with really cool exercises and things to really focus on that. If anybody in the LA area wants to do strength and conditioning with Jonathan.
Can you say the name again? Because you're good at that one.
Pius Ainilolobo Jr.
He says, when you compete in grappling, do you initiate the attack on the opponent or do you just feel out the situation and act accordingly? Question is for both of us. That's a
You
good
answer that
question.
one. Yeah.
I think for the first few seconds, it's kind of getting a feel. I think there's definitely a getting a feel of.
It's specifically competing.
Yeah.
It's been such a long time since I competed. I feel like I wasn't the one imposing my will until the middle of the match. Like because I didn't know how to start matches. In sparring, I
will say I try not to pull guard.
Yeah, I'm a
definitely
counter.
don't.
I'm a counter
Sometimes it
person
happens.
in sparring. I usually initiate well, it kind of depends. When I'm sparring with guys because they're bigger than me, I let them initiate and then I respond to whatever they do. If I'm sparring with somebody that I think that I can get the better of in the second, then I'll take that second, but I don't usually I usually try and respond to what they do. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
All right, what else do we got here? Let's see.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think that we're going to be able to get Lee to train this year?
Ooh. What do you guys think?
I hope so. I am going to be on a mission in 2017 to get Lee on the mats. I'll tell you guys that right now. So I'm going to do that. Write that down.
Write that down.
I don't have a pen. All right.
Let's see. Freddie Chavez wants to know,
Hi, Freddie.
when will the Mat Therapy crew interview Uncle Joey Coco Diaz?
That's a question for Beckford.
That's all me. I mean, he did make a little special appearance last week via phone for a second.
He did. He called in. That's
Yeah.
right.
By
Yeah.
accident. He just happened to call at the time, but while we were
He
recording.
was making
but,
Cuban coffee. Come over.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe let him know. Put it in his ear.
Have you guys seen those memes where people are saying, stop talking like Joe Rogan, or stop talking like Joey Diaz, or stop talking like Eddie Bravo? Have you seen them? They're fucking hilarious. It's parodying a girlfriend and a boyfriend talking, and she's like, stop talking like Joe Rogan. And it's basically stuff that Joe always repeats on the podcast. Like, whoa, 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 we can't be talking over each other. We can't be talking over each other. Or 100%, Jamie, bring that up. And she's like, what are you talking about? I didn't. And then with Eddie, it was about, oh, are you going to tell me that I don't know the difference between chemtrails and contrails? Have you seen Tower 7? And then, wait, what was Joey Diaz? I think Joey was like calling somebody a cocksucker and a dog, like, come here, dog. Yeah, have you seen that shit, cocksucker? Somebody should find those and post it up for us because they're really good.
Yes, because I've not seen them.
You haven't seen? They're so funny.
I don't. Doesn't sound familiar.
All right, they're good. Somebody send them.
Let's see. Would you like Courtney Casey? Who's Courtney Casey? Do you know? Mercedes White. Is
Okay.
asking that.
Would
You're
you
gonna
like
have to-
Courtney Casey? Yeah, can you elaborate on that,
You're
Mercedes?
gonna have to help us out with that one.
I don't know
Mercedes.
what that means.
Robert Garcia says the Freak Brothers. I think that's a fantastic idea. That will definitely be something
sure.
we will work on.
If the Freak Brothers want to
Geo Boogie, I saw your name
Yeah.
pop up there. You might be
Hi,
out
Gio.
there.
Yeah, if the Freak Brothers want to do anything with Mat Therapy,
Let's
we're in.
do something.
100%.
How about a seminar with them at the beach?
Oh,
That light bulb just went on.
yeah. Definitely with the Freak Brothers.
Let's see what we got. Chris Herzog's in the house.
Hi, Chris!
What up, Rochester? Yeah, Rochester. I vote Mackenzie
Rochester.
Dern, says Alejandro.
Yeah,
It's
we'd
a good
love to
idea.
have Mackenzie on. That would
Do you
be
know
amazing.
her? Can you help us
Yeah,
out?
if anybody knows Mackenzie, could you call her? She lives in Arizona.
Nahum says hello from Boyle Heights.
Hi.
Essentially down the road. What's
Right
up?
Down the street.
What is up? Joe says, what up, Donna?
Hi, Joe.
He doesn't care about me.
All right.
So,
That's cool.
what up with you?
So speaking, if somebody, did you know there's different kind of tamales?
Thank you, Ben Gould.
What
He
do you
said
say?
he got his membership. Pay the
I
flying
know!
Jew. Thank you.
Yes! Thank you. You
Thank
are our
you.
first person that signed up for our membership, and you're going to get a t-shirt.
Thank
I need
you.
your address. We love you. Okay, did you guys know there's different kind of tamales? I was really disappointed. They weren't bad, but on Christmas Eve, there was
What kind of
like
Mexican
a
are
fucking
you?
there was like a green bean and a big ass carrot, and all my cousins had it. We were all like, "Do you have a carrot in yours? Yeah. Do you have a green bean in yours?" And we were like, "Where did these come from? Who made these?" And then somebody else was like, "Oh, those are El Salvadorian tamales,"
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh, all right." But for those of you guys who don't know, tamales are really important to eat on Christmas, and I love them. And I didn't get to have any like straight up chicken ones this year, and that's what I really wanted.
Aww. I didn't have any tamales, and there were some there at my grandparents' house.
And you didn't eat any?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Because there's pork and black beans and rice and
You're
like,
Cuban, isn't that what you eat?
all. Yeah, that's why.
You mean outside of? I thought you meant in the tamales. I've not.
Oh no. Separate things. So
Right.
I focused on the pork and the black beans and rice. So.
I didn't. Also, I've
Okay.
never had a chance to try that Puerto Rican eggnog stuff, the coquito.
I had eggnog. Oh,
No,
what's
I
mine?
know eggnog, but
Oh.
apparently there's a Puerto Rican one with like coconut milk, and it's supposed to be amazing.
Oh.
Right. And I meant to ask people where I can buy it, and then I never got around to
Oh, I
it.
have to look into this.
And now I want to try it.
I was drinking eggnog on
Ooh, me too,
The
with
24th.
whiskey in it.
with brandy. I did brandy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that works. Where was I going with this?
You were drinking eggnog
I
and
sound
brandy.
like- now I'm like Joey Diaz. Like, I just lose track of what the hell I was trying to say. Apparently my grandmother has a recipe on how to make it. Like
Ooh.
a Spanish version
Really?
or something. Yeah.
I want to try that.
We're going to have to get that and
Okay.
try that. Let's see. Casey asked, Casey Stratton, who just started training at 10th Planet Van Nuys not too long
Casey.
ago. Are we going to do any more mat therapy beach party days
Yes.
this summer? 1000%. We were actually just discussing it today. Was
Yeah,
it?
if you go on the
This
website,
afternoon.
I updated
March
4th.
4th.
So the day before EBI, anytime there's an EBI, we try and do something because people are in town and we want to have a party and give some
Everybody
people
get
something to
together.
do. So yes, the day before EBI, we plan on doing a beach party. If for some crazy reason the weather does not permit, then we will find a new location. But yes, there will be an open mat party the day before EBI on March 4th. And there might also be a seminar. So
That's
we'll let
the
you know
work
when
in
we get
progress
somebody.
right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. Hi, beautiful Kita. We were just talking about
Oh,
you.
hi, Kita.
Hearts and
And your
stuff.
triangles and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. You're welcome, Frank. Robert is
Going
going
to a boogie seminar here in
seminar
Texas.
in Texas.
Dude, Boogie's amazing.
You're gonna love it because he's amazing.
He really is. The Freak Brothers are two of the most passionate people I've ever met about jujitsu, and they're super focused. And I've also never met. Have I said this before? I think I said that after EBI. Gio Martinez is the most competitive person I've ever met in my entire life, hands down. And I know a lot of competitive people because I know fighters and jujitsu people, but Gio. Top of the list of competitiveness.
Really?
Yeah, that dude
Wow.
is. Yeah, because when he loses, it takes over his whole being. You're like, oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
Dude,
that
Gio
side
is the
of
most
Gio.
competitive person. He's not. You can just see, like, it's everything about who he is. He's super competitive. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we can get him on the podcast and he can talk about it.
Mercedes says she can see if Journal come on.
Ooh, please.
That'd be
Freaking
rad. That
Amazing.
would be freaking rad. Apparently Guatemalan tamales.
Oh, yes, Guatemalan. That's
is
who it
what
was.
Kita says.
Yes.
That's who it was.
I'm sorry. I'm not digging the green bean and the carrot in the middle of.
Have you ever
the
had sweet
tamale.
tamales?
Yes, I like them.
The sweet
Yeah,
corn?
those are good.
Oh, that's the shit.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong. It's just that maybe that's not where my taste buds were brought up with, and so I'm not feeling it.
That shit's
I think,
delicious.
yeah.
Well, you know, some people don't like the sweet corn ones, you know.
That's true.
That's their
That's
problem.
true.
Because they're delicious.
And some people
I'll
don't
eat
like
them all.
spicy things named Becky.
Hi, Nate Harris. Jams, EVI's on my birthday. Well, that's a pretty damn good birthday gift.
It is. Happy birthday to you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
To us from you.
From Met Therapy. In advance, because clearly his birthday's in 3 months. Or 2, yeah. a few months.
Hopefully we'll have some merchandise.
Nate Harris says Guatemalan tamales are the best ever.
No, Mexican tamales are the
Ever.
best. Get out of my face.
Stop getting in her face. Get out of her
Out
face.
of my face.
Hi, John. How's it going?
Hi, John.
She said there's no green beans. LOL. That sounds weird.
There wasn't a
The whole thing
Guatemalan
sounds
tamale.
weird, but
There
you know
was-
what?
There was a green bean in all the tamales. Call my cousins. I promise you. Promise you. There were flipping green beans. Because I was like, oh, I think I got a chili in mine. And Jonathan was like, no, dude, that's a green bean. Pick it up.
All right. What else you got there?
Wow, we've talked about a lot already.
Frank Barco
Do you have any questions?
I've gone through. Do you guys have any more questions?
No,
Come
do
on,
you have any-
shoot them out. Me?
Yeah.
Do I have questions?
All right, I asked you who
Let's
your
see.
dream guest for the show was.
What was your biggest struggle this year?
Oh,
Did you overcome it?
you mean in
Like what?
jiu-jitsu?
No, in
In life?
at work. No, yeah, of course in jujitsu.
Like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. In jiu-jitsu, my biggest struggle this year, I think it's my cardio.
Yeah.
I feel
Cardio's
like,
a motherfucker.
yeah, I feel like I've been struggling with my cardio. I feel it continues to evade me. I need to work on my strength. So yeah,
I mean, if you're running after it, aren't you technically? I mean, it's evading.
yeah,
because
I
you're
feel like
running
it's one of
after
those things
it.
that
Shouldn't
I'd
your
get it
cardio-
up and I'd get really something always happens. Like I had to take off, or I'd get injured, or I'd get sick, and then like you start back, you go backwards. So I'd like to get my cardio to a place. I don't know. I'm also getting. I hate to say this. I'm getting older, and so I just can't expect myself to perform the same way. I don't recover as fast as I did when I was younger.
Of course.
So
World. It's
blah.
someone called me grandma the other day. So.
Asshole. Is it somebody we know?
Uh-huh.
Is it somebody who's called me grandma too?
What?
We have friends that call us both grandma. No?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Who?
Alvarez.
Oh yeah, him. Prick.
All right. What else you got?
Ooh.
What?
Oh, did
that
you?
sounds deep.
did
What?
you-
Oh my god.
I couldn't read what I wrote. I was
It's
missing.
gonna make me cry. This is gonna be like Barbara Walters.
I missed some words, and I was trying to figure out what I was trying to to ask
I have a
myself
question for you.
there. Okay.
Are you high right now?
No.
Oh.
I don't do that type of stuff. What are you talking about? Did you have any goals set this year, and did you achieve them?
I didn't.
Or did they change, or whatever?
No. How lame am I? I didn't have any goals. This
No
year.
goals?
No. We started off the year talking about doing the podcast. I guess that's it. The podcast, we started
That was
it, and
January.
now it's, yeah. So I guess that's it. But no, I very, I guess, lazily went into 2016. I was like, yeah, let's just
Lazy
do
ass.
this shit.
Lazy
No,
ass?
I was,
Uh-uh.
I was coming off of like a surgery and just wanting to, I guess, feel good about myself.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
So there's that. I felt better about myself this year than I have ever.
That's
So
good.
that's good. Yeah.
Awesome.
How about you?
Goals?
Oh yeah, because what were your 3 highlights of the year?
My
And
3
what were your goals? Because I think they all tie in together. I think that question and this question tie in together.
Kind of. Not necessarily. All right, so my top moments for
Wait,
2000.
Go
what,
back.
what do you
What
want?
were your goals?
My goals, I wanted to. I don't know if it was like right at the beginning of the year that I decided this, but I wanted to work on my guard passing. And although I'm not amazing at it by any stretch of the imagination,
Yeah.
it's definitely improved
Okay.
since the beginning of the year. So I don't know what the goal was, just to get better at it.
So you can pass the card now, right?
So I actually have gotten better. I'm not, again, amazing. There are certain
Alright.
people. Yeah. So
all right. Top
so
3
that's-
moments of the year in jiu-jitsu. I think I can guess yours.
So I said this recently, like this year, as much as everyone seems to hate 2016 and all the bullshit and all the
Yeah.
whatever that has happened in people's lives,
Yeah.
the one place that hands down has been a fantastic year for me is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's been,
You've had a great year.
And it wasn't all good. There was bad things that happened, but just like anything, does the good outweigh the bad?
Right.
Then that essentially makes it
Or
good.
is it at least even?
You
You know what I mean?
This is definitely the good outweighs the bad for sure.
That's awesome.
And it didn't start off.
Okay, so top 3 moments. Get into it.
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry. She's setting the mood.
I'm setting the mood. I was gonna tell a story.
Okay, please. Shut up, Donna. Go.
Yeah, shut up. Mine does kind of go back into 2015.
Okay.
Because
Should I put on music?
the first some like soft violin music. The first like 8 months of having my blue belt was just constant injuries. It seemed like. Like right after I got my blue belt, I popped my elbow. You remember that one? That was like within the month. 2 months after I got my blue belt, I sprained my ankle. 4 months after I got my blue belt, some weird rib thing that we still haven't figured out what the fuck happened, but that kept me off for like a month. That came back a couple months later again. So, like over those first 8 months of it, which bled over into the first like 4 months or so of this year, was injuries and just shittiness. But somehow all that got better, and I started competing. So that's one of my top moments is finally competing, and luckily, I did pretty well. So that was pretty big. It was big.
You kicked a lot of ass.
It was a big mental hurdle for me to jump to compete. So
you kicked a lot of ass,
and I did do a little bit of that. What else? Oh, well, building something more outside of just on the mats, which would be this podcast, mat therapy.
All of this.
Yeah.
Yay.
Finally starting to expand my life of jiu-jitsu into more than just the actual jiu-jitsu. So that's exciting.
Okay, good.
That's a fun one.
Sorry if I just shook the table. My bad.
And then, of course, the best moment was getting my purple belt, which was a long-term goal that I had in my head. I had that goal for next year. That was 2017 goal that I kind of already had set in my head was I want to get my purple belt. And out of nowhere, it came this year.
I think it's cool
completely
how,
unexpected.
Because of the way we train now, how people are accelerating more through their training and their jiu-jitsu. Like, you see a lot of guys moving quickly. And you see a lot of girls who train a lot move quickly through their belt levels, too. And I think that speaks to the level of training altogether.
Yeah.
That I think is really cool and exciting. Chris Herzog says that I can't say that he's old with him and Frank Barca in the room. Yes, I can, because I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah, you was... Wait, Chris isn't even... I think Chris is like our age. So
Herzog?
you're old too then. That's what that means.
I think Herzog is... I don't know how... Actually, I have no idea how old he is.
I think he's about our age. Let's see, what else we got here? What else? Something about... Let's see. Do you change up anything in your training diet preparing for a comp? Well, when I have to cut weight, fuck yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out 3 times this year, huh?
And let me tell you, it sucks. The last one sucked. But
is that when you called me and you were like, I'm getting in and out, and I don't give a shit what anybody says after?
That was not how I called you. I called you in tears. The last weight cut involved falling apart and crying.
She was like, I'm fucking getting in and out!
It was that bad. So, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, and then remember you took a bite? I gave you something to eat. We were doing the podcast, and I handed you something to eat. I think it was maybe one of those protein cookies. And you took a bite of it, and I was like, wait, you're cutting! And you, like, still had it in your mouth, and you were like, but I'm so hungry.
That did happen.
I was like, spit it out! Spit it out!
No. I'm eating it. Fuck you.
You know when
I'm eating the damn cookie, I remember that.
Oscar, my dog, when we go on walks, he, like, finds things to eat, and I have to run over and, like, pull it out of his mouth.
I was like,
that's what I was doing.
You're gonna pry my mouth open to like get the cookie out.
Take it out.
Don't bite your goddamn finger
off.
Spit
it out, Becky.
Bite your goddamn finger off.
Yeah.
Swimming for cardio. That is actually.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know where a pool is? Oh, I know where a pool is.
I mean, I have a pool down the street. So
Echo Park has a really good indoor pool. It's nice.
A van full of Austin people are watching
Chris says,
right now.
I just look vivacious. You do look vivacious, Chris. You're beautiful.
Hi, Austin folks. I want to come visit you guys.
Me too. Oh man, that video on it basically looks like my dream, like the mecca
Like
of
the
gyms.
greatest fucking gym
I know
on
I've
the
heard Joe
planet
talk
ever.
about it before, but seriously, it looks like the mecca of gyms, and yeah, there's that I
Someday.
want to go visit. So
Let's go there. Let's
Yeah.
plan a trip
Curtis.
there. Curtis,
Rhodes, call us.
let's work on that. Nate Harris is there right now,
Hi, Nate
teaching
Harris.
all week. Angel Gonzalez, will you ever have a mat therapy jiu-jitsu open mat in San Diego? We have some beautiful weather and beaches.
We would love to do that.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea,
I
and
like that.
mats have been purchased. We have some mats, not a lot, just a little bit, but we're working on getting more. So
I kind of didn't know that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
we're working on getting more.
You guys are learning at the same
Yeah.
time as I do. Let's see. Any instructors from other schools as guests? AOJ, Atos.
Yes, anybody
Ocon.
that we can get for sure.
We'd love to. We'd absolutely 1,000%. This is
Um,
not, contrary to some popular belief, this is not a 10th Planet podcast. I know it's very 10th Planetified
Yes.
because we are both
'Cause we're
in
10th
fact
Planet?
10th Planet.
So we have
And
a very
we
small
know a lot
scope.
of people within the system,
Yeah.
so it's
Our
easy.
reach is
but
10th planet. But for sure, we definitely want to have.
but we've had
seminars.
non-10th Planet people on.
I
so.
think that
and anytime
with
we'd love to.
EBI, they coincide because we ask people who are in town, and then those are who we know are in town. But as we get to know more people in the community, and our friendship gets bigger with everybody, of course we want other people. Mat therapy is for everybody, even gi people, for sure. We'd love to learn from gi people. Daniel Perez, who you went and hung out with, he teaches in the gi, right?
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
sure, we love everybody.
I feel like I saw his name on here. Danny, are you there? Maybe I just saw his name pop up.
I think we should do one in Australia too. I think we all need to go down to
Yes.
Australia. Because
When
Nat
it's
said
warm.
that I could see kangaroos at her house.
I know they just like hang out in the front yard.
know.
Isn't that crazy?
I want to see them.
It's crazy to us. Sorry.
Yes.
We live in LA. All right, let's see. Rib injuries are the worst. Takes forever to heal and is real easy to come back too early and re-injure. Yeah.
What's the question? Oh, ribs.
It was just a comment about rib injuries.
Somebody
from
wanted
Chris
to know what our most downloaded podcast was.
Renato.
For sure. And Eddie was second
1000%.
after that. Yeah.
Renato.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love that guy. To this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try and get him back on again. He's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Where are we?
It's hot in here. I'm
You're
sweaty.
hot?
Yeah. It's sweaty.
I was worried because I can't turn the heater on because it'll
not
make
cold,
a
it's
lot
hot.
of noise.
Can you see I'm
okay.
sweating?
Well, we do have all these lights on too, so that's probably. What's with the face, Nate? How can BJJ dude know if a BJJ woman is into dudes? I know it sounds stupid, but I'm just looking for an answer. I don't want to assume that savage
Are you saying that you like the girl and you
Potatoes
want to know if she's
have to
into
be.
guys
So-
instead of girls, or
do you kind of assume that girls that
Yeah,
are
is
doing
it-
it are into girls that are like they're all lesbians? I feel like that's kind of what I got from it.
yeah? Well, okay, so
Oh, I see.
we all know who it was. So I would say that
I'm
if you're
sorry
interested
about the
in,
delay.
if you're interested in a lady who does jujitsu, and you're wondering if she likes chicks or dudes, I'd say don't worry about that specifically, because even if she liked dudes, you still have to worry if
That
she
she's
was
gonna like
interested
you.
in you specifically.
Yeah.
So that should be your only worry. And a lot
I
of
think it's just like
Yeah.
dating outside of it's just like getting
it's
to know
dating
someone
anywhere.
outside
Yeah,
of there.
you still be respectful. Number one. Number two, be okay if she turns you down, and if she is
That's
interested,
just in general.
play that
also.
shit slow, especially if you guys train in the same place.
I was gonna argue.
Yeah.
Keep it out the gym.
Well, no, there are circumstances
there-
that people
there-
have trained in the same gym where they dated people within the same gym where they're training. My recommendation to that would be keep that shit on the super DL until you guys are ready to be super serious, and otherwise be casual. Don't
And
make
be,
it awkward.
And in advance, you kind of have to be okay with what if it doesn't work out,
Mhm.
and you guys have to continue to train with
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, because it's not really fair if you guys are both training there before you get together to expect one person to leave if it doesn't work out. That's not
Sure.
cool. But if you're interested in her and you're not quite sure she's interested in you, don't assume that it's because she likes chicks, or maybe she does, and that, whatever. But maybe just kind of strike up a friendship with her and then see if you can turn it into something more. And if she does not show any interest, ladies are pretty good at showing when they are interested in whomever they're interested in. So be aware of the cues in either direction and be okay with taking those cues. Yeah.
So in the end, it's really no different than dating
Yeah.
outside of jiu-jitsu.
I don't think that... I'm sure there's probably more women who like other women. There's more lesbians in MMA and combat sports than there are gay guys, but there's got to be gay guys too, right?
I'm sure there is.
I mean, statistically, there's got to be.
Yeah.
But there's definitely more women, and usually, if you're teammates and you know somebody and everybody's friends, and you see them, like maybe find a way to go to a bar and see who she's talking to at the bar. That's a good reason.
Or, I mean, everyone seems to be friends on social media. Usually you can get hints off that.
Yeah, become a stalker. Not a stalker.
Become
a detective. Become a detective on social
Not
media.
a stalker.
Yeah, not a stalker, a detective.
Nate Harris says, don't date inside your school. Don't date inside your system.
Dude,
Sorry.
Be careful with that shit.
I didn't mean to shake the thing.
Unless you're married, then you can train with them. Right, Jonathan?
Let's see. I would never date in my gym, and that's why I don't have the same time to know.
So then what's the question?
Wait, what? What, Anthony? I would never date in my
If you would
gym,
never
and
date a
that's
girl
why-
in your gym, what does it matter if the girls there are straight or gay?
Well, was he the same person that asked the question?
Okay, it's not
No,
the same person?
No, I
Oh,
don't
okay,
think so.
Sorry. Like, what are you asking for
Getting
then?
him confused. Let's see, what else? What else you guys got? How long have we been on?
I don't know. Oh, I can tell you.
I
Hold on.
couldn't tell you because it's
Audio. 1 hour and 1 minute.
Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy. All right, what else?
Do you guys
we
all see
have?
my Wonder Woman shirt and necklace? If you don't know already, I really like Wonder Woman, so I'm just going to show you this real quick. I got this for Christmas.
That's
Ooh,
not what Freddie
was your-
gave you to give me, right?
That is not what Freddie gave
You're
me.
not keeping my gifts.
I
right?
might,
Okay.
if you keep getting an attitude. I'm gonna keep it. What was your favorite gift that you got for Christmas?
Really?
Yeah. Give it to me.
I'm like, I don't really get gifts nowadays.
You didn't get anything for Christmas?
My mom said, here's money, go buy the shit you want.
Well, there you go.
I got this. Look, guys. I got a Hydro
It's a
Flask.
Datsusara sticker on it. I got one too, but I've had mine.
I've been wanting one of these for a really long time, so I'm very excited.
And then we both put Datsusara stickers on there because we love Datsusara. I got a Datsusara backpack. Thanks, babe.
That's
It
a
was
good
awesome.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I just purchased my Purple Belt exoskeleton rash guard.
Yay! So that's your favorite.
Yay!
There it is. That's your favorite gift.
I'm also gonna get the Newaza rash guard and spat set, the one with the Illuminati eye.
Ah.
Because when I saw that, I was like, that's kind of fire. I
Nice.
need it. So
Next
week
you can
I'll
have
that.
them bring it up to you when they come up to be on the podcast next week.
That's how it's going down.
Nice. Maybe
by
I
next
will
week.
too. Okay. Do we have any more questions?
Let's see. Any plans to extend the podcast running time? They seem very short.
Do they really?
Well, I mean, there are times when I feel like we can
Yeah, we
totally
go
go
90
on and talk
minutes
for
sometimes.
hours, but
We're just seeing the playback. We're on delay. We're seeing the playback.
I'm
with
also
the-
reading some of the comments that are funny. If it's tough because there's 3 people involved, so when it comes to the actual podcast, usually they have, she has to teach sometimes afterwards. Lee has other things going on afterwards. Sometimes I have to work, so.
It also depends on the content that we
It
have
just
to give you.
depends.
If we have a really super interesting guest, then I feel like we try and talk to them as long as we can, but really we don't extend it more than 90 minutes.
We're not Joe Rogan.
I was going to say we're not Joe Rogan. Nobody wants
We're
to
not
listen to us
Joey
talk for
Diaz, so
3 hours.
we can't come up with as much
Yeah,
goods to
maybe-
come up with the way he can.
Maybe after we've been doing
They
this
can.
for a while, but 90 minutes right now, between 60 and 90 minutes is where we try and keep the podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And it seems like a good amount of
sometimes
time.
it works and
to not-
sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
Sometimes it's too much, sometimes not
Yeah,
enough.
sometimes
but
we're like,
what do you
"Ooh,
do?"
that was rough." Getting through the hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, there's been a couple that have been rough.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We won't name names. Let's see. Save Your Money, 10th Planet, Rochester, Gray Allen Rashi coming out soon.
Gray Great alien Rashi coming out
Oh,
soon. We want
my
a
eyes
Walking
suck.
Dead. Are you
Sorry.
ever going to do... I've got a question for you, Chris Herzog.
You need to remake those Walking Dead ones
want a Walking
ASAP
Dead.
and send some over, because
So, okay, so
I've wanted
here's our
one ever
question.
since I laid eyes on it, but I was too late apparently whenever you made them, or
That's
I missed
true.
it. I don't know, whatever. So do that again. But I want to see this gray alien though.
Yeah.
Curious.
Besides, like, cool guests, what's something that you guys would like to see on the podcast? Mind you, we probably can't do techniques in the studio. So would you guys like to see us
That'd be
doing podcasts from locations? Going to visit people? Should we try and take the show on the road? Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Tell
that'd
us
be
what you want to see and hear, and things that you'd like to see in the group if you decide to be part of our group. That would be fun too.
Yes.
What else you got, Beckford?
What else do I got? Let's see. Somebody who said that they got... I can't scroll. Oh. Save money. Ben Gould got Joey Diaz tickets for Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good gift.
If you've never seen him, you will cry laughing because he's that funny.
He's hilarious.
You will love it. Anybody going to see him for New Year's, enjoy that because that's
At
going
the
to be pretty
Orpheum.
fantastic with Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Think I'm used to JRETFAT, the
Oh.
fighter and the kid,
Going for 3
and
hours.
church that run 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, we're not quite at that level.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but we
But
will someday.
in all fairness, though, like especially with Joe Rogan and with Joey Diaz, they just kind of have conversational podcasts that are
That's true.
about interesting. You know, they have
Whatever.
interesting topics, but it could be about whatever. Whereas we try and keep the focus as much as we can on jiu-jitsu or MMA or
Combat
martial
sports
arts,
in
combat
general.
sports. Yes, we're trying to be a little bit more specific, even though sometimes our conversation obviously goes over into like talking about tamales for 10 minutes.
I don't think
It
that was 10
happens.
minutes.
I'm just saying.
I don't think that
I'm
was
just
10 minutes.
saying we do go on tangents that are not
I think
that are not
when
related
we start
to
getting way higher up there in our numbers, like in the hundreds, when we've talked to a bunch of jiu-jitsu people,
Yeah.
then maybe we'll start having non-jiu-jitsu podcasts. But I think that's why people, you tell us.
I mean, that's kind of
I
that
feel
was
like
kind of the point of
that's-
this podcast.
That's
so.
what we told you guys we were doing, so we want to give you the whole point of the podcast. We don't want you guys to tune in and expect some jiu-jitsu talk, and then we're like, I went shopping this weekend. I mean, we can, but if you want us to do like conspiracy theory type podcasts, or some other subject, for example,
We'll work on getting Eddie Bravo
we
back
can get
on.
Eddie back, and we'll get him talking about Tower 7. No, but I mean, just we can definitely talk about other stuff, but we do try and stay topic specific. So maybe we'll try some offshoots this year and do something not quite jiu-jitsu related.
Sure,
I don't know.
that works.
Then it's not really mat therapy. Then it's just Donna and Becky talking.
About random shit.
Yeah.
Kale wants to know if we're going to do a drunk podcast. Sir, because typically we record on Wednesday afternoons at noon.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't have a problem with, getting drunk in the afternoon, or at least, the idea of it. I'm not saying that you're an alcoholic or anything, but I don't see a drunk podcast happening, but we have talked about wine podcasts,
I think
winecasts.
we want to do
So-
some wine casts this year.
It may actually happen sooner than you
later.
think.
So yeah,
Although one person doesn't drink wine, so we have to bring beer, which is perfectly fine. Beer
Yeah.
and wine.
but probably soon-ish. And then definitely if we start going to other places, maybe we can go up to Portland and hang out at the Datusara headquarters with our homies up there.
How fun would that be to do
So much,
podcasts,
right?
like to be able to travel to do the podcast? See? All of the
See, if
goals.
you guys join our Patreon, then we can start going places and doing that.
Or if people just want us.
Yeah.
People just love us enough to just send
That's
us
true.
out there. Let's see. Tamales. What do you think about... So, hold on, I'm trying to...
Hey, Becky, long time,
I see
slightly
something
off topic.
I'm trying to get it on
Oh,
over
he
here.
wants to know what you think about Krav Maga.
I actually learned something recently that was Krav Maga-like. Or it was apparently came from Krav Maga that was more for like the women's self-defense thing, which I thought was interesting. There's some interesting stuff in there.
I agree. I have a philosophy on women's self-defense, which is mine and mine alone, and nobody has to buy into it. But I don't believe that in teaching self-defense to women that don't have any kind of martial arts background, I personally don't teach them striking first. I know striking. I boxed. I learned to box from Freddie Roach. I've been doing Muay Thai for a long time. I think it's an amazing, wonderful martial art. I love striking personally. I don't think it is the best introduction to self-defense for women who have no training. And after doing women self-defense seminars and classes for the last year, I stand firm in that belief that taking women who are not used to being aggressive with their bodies and using their bodies as weapons, having striking be your first introduction into self-defense or martial arts is really overwhelming, and I think asking them too much. And Eddie makes the point, and we talk about this in our program, is that he said it as a joke, but it's incredibly true that rapists don't box, they wrestle. It's not like some guy's gonna square up with you and you're gonna have a fight. In the event, well, two things. Most likely, and I don't know if you guys know this for the gentlemen, but most women do, you are more likely to be raped / sexually assaulted by somebody that you know than somebody that you don't know. It is by and large done by people that you know. I mentioned it on one of the podcasts. I was not quite date raped. I was raped while I was drugged by somebody that I knew. Most of the women that I know that have been attacked, it has been done by somebody they knew. No,
but the person that raped you was not the person that drugged you.
Correct. It was completely different. If you want to go back, it was when Jay Tan was on, or if anybody wants to know about it, they can message me. I'm more than happy to talk about it. Somebody drugged me. The guys that I was staying with back at a condo in Havasu took advantage of the situation.
Rescued you and then took advantage
as two guys were pulling me out of the bar.
Yeah.
And then didn't quite rescue me. But that doesn't matter. The point is, yes, there is circumstances that a stranger is going to try and drag you into the bushes or try and drag you into an alley, and striking isn't going to help you in that situation unless you are extremely advanced in your striking. So jiu-jitsu or grappling and getting away is, again, in just my opinion, by far the most superior way to form a self-defense system and to give women a chance to defend, because in addition to, you can use it against strangers and you can use the scary guy that jumps out of the bushes and pulls you into the alley. You can use it in situations where you know somebody that most people are not comfortable with punching people that they know. However, if you need to just hold somebody in place or just do something to get yourself away from them physically distanced, jiu-jitsu is the way to go.
Yeah.
So, I can't remember why I started talking about that.
My friend Anthony, who I went to high school and middle school with, known him forever.
Krav Maga.
Asked about Krav Maga.
I hear Krav Maga is awesome.
Yeah.
I've never trained it, but I also wouldn't teach striking as far as self-defense goes.
I think there's some interesting parts of Krav Maga for sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So he has a daughter, so I guess he wants to do some stuff with his daughter. I was actually thinking about this recently, and I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts since you teach the kids.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there that has trouble training because, you have kids too, and maybe they train at different times, or, you can't make it into the classes, whatever, responsibilities and stuff. So, what are your thoughts on a
mommy and me jiu-jitsu class?
Sort of, except it would almost be like two, and obviously this would have to be in gyms that are big enough to have this space, but kids classes being done on one side of the mat and adults the parents being able to train on the other side of the mats, having two different instructors.
Oh yeah, I think that for maybe, I think that would work for a lot of our parents now that I think about that, because they come and watch their kids and a couple of them would like to train too. Yeah, I think it'd have to be two different classes, because even just...
No, it would have to
give the same instruction.
Two classes going on simultaneously.
I think that's a great idea. If you had the space.
If you had the space,
yeah,
obviously.
if a gym has the space, I think that if they're not doing that, they should, because of course, that would be amazing. I don't know if you could do like a joint class unless it was like a very beginner's class and the point was for the parents to help the kids. I think that could be beneficial for the parents to help the kids train, because you know how Cora's dad trains with her?
Yeah.
So I think there's something to be said there, that you could definitely have a class where you allow the parents to come in and train, but it would be for the kids. But if you want the parents to do their own focus training, I don't see how you couldn't cross train those, but having If you have the space, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
I've
you have?
recently talked to some people that, that are parents, and part of the reason that they, they say that they can't train or that they can't make it in is because, they have kids and they have, responsibilities with them, whether it's their sports or school or whatever, homework. And so that idea came across of like doing simultaneous classes for situations like that.
If you have the space, do it. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a pretty cool idea.
I just want to say, I don't have anything against Krav Maga. I want to be clear about that. I would go train it myself. I just wouldn't use anything other than grappling as a first form of self-defense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there are certain aspects of Krav Maga that are good. Not all, not all of it necessarily, but
probably not a good idea that I can see my hair.
Someone. Let's see what else we got here. Weed and wine cast, please.
I probably wouldn't do them both at the same time. We could do
That's a
weed
terrible
cast,
idea.
or we could do a wine cast. Probably not both.
I feel like the weed cast would be kind of boring. Maybe, I don't know. It could either be really boring or really entertaining. One of the two.
You need someone like Joe or Joey or either one.
Nate Harris says the Caveman Coffee Cave. Are you saying for us to do a podcast from there? Because I would love to.
We'd be happy to. Yes.
If you guys are in Santa Fe, New Mexico, go visit the Caveman Coffee Cave. It's pretty fantastic at Undisputed Fitness.
By the way, if anybody watched that episode where I had the nitro coffee, I think I figured out what happened. So if you weren't there, I had some nitro coffee, and it got me high, and I thought it was the coffee that got me high, because halfway through the podcast, I was like, oh shit, I feel really high in a weird, like, crazy way. Well, I remembered that I had taken Benadryl the night before, and I think it, like, kicked it back into my system, but, like, on super speed.
It was probably still in your system. It makes sense that...
But, like, it, like, kicked it back in at super speed, and all of a sudden, I got, like, crazy high. And I thought it was the coffee, and I was like, nitro coffee gets me high. I'm the one person in the whole world that this shit, like, affects this way.
Let's see here. Let's see. Alright, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments here. I apologize. Say something. Sing to them.
Say something else.
Maybe you should sing to them.
Oh, you don't want me to sing?
No? Alright.
I mean, I should try.
So Anthony says that that's something he would sign up for. Alright, well there you go.
Wait, what's something you would sign up for?
I think maybe the parent class simultaneous with the kids class.
Yeah, you just need two instructors and enough mat space.
Yeah, and enough people signed up.
There you go. There's that.
Krav Maga is, let's see, Brandon Ryan. Krav Maga is a great system that actually has some BJJ basics in it, but yes, BJJ and wrestling are the best options. Close quarters.
Says the group of BJJ people all together going, yeah, we're the best. Absolutely. 100%.
No bias here. Zero
I understand what I'm saying when I say that. That's what I'm saying. Nobody has to agree with me. I personally believe this, and that's what I believe. So there's that.
Awesome.
I keep saying that. I need to come up with a new phrase.
What?
There's that. I've said it like 17 times this podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. You want to know what my mom got mad at me this weekend about?
Please.
Because I kept saying Adora Bubbles.
What? I love that phrase.
Because I said it for everything, though.
Speaking of Adora Bubbles, we
everything
have somebody
was
to
Adora
shout
Bubbles,
out.
And she would, like, ask me, like, what do you think about that? Like, she was, like, trying on clothes. She's like, what do you think about this? And I was like, oh. And she goes, let me guess, Adora Bubbles. I was like, it is.
Okay, well, speaking of Adora Bubbles.
Donna.
Actually, I got that from my friend David.
Chris Herzog wants to see a Nate Harris selfie podcast.
Well, we did one, basically.
I feel like he'd happily do that.
That was the whole Nate Harris podcast. He was...
That's true.
Like
it was one big long selfie of him.
Yeah.
What are you booing, Kale? What's the problem? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit delayed here.
Okay, so wait, can I do our shout out to our little nugget?
Yeah.
The Adora Bubbles? Okay.
Adora Bubbles.
We want to shout out Doug Goodwin and his little nugget, Ashby. They train at Gracie Baja in Colorado Springs. She's 4.5 years old, and she loves jiu-jitsu. She just got her first stripe on her white belt, and they listen to the podcast. She loves to listen to other girls talk about jiu-jitsu when they're driving to school, and they listen to the podcast. So, hi, Ashby. We're super proud of you. Keep doing jiu-jitsu. We love you.
Yes. Beat all the boys.
Adora Bubbles.
Adora Bubbles.
And, do you have...
We love you, Chris Herzog.
We do love you,
Come visit
Chris
us.
Herzog. Yes.
¿Por qué no quieren a cantar? I mean, yo no canto, so.
No.
You don't want to hear me cantar. You don't want to hear either of us cantar.
I sing to Jonathan and the dogs. That's it.
David Gonzalez says that's exactly what he needs. I feel like
my brother David Gonzalez?
I'm guessing.
Let me see the picture.
And I feel like maybe he's talking about the self-defense, this one.
That's exactly what I need. What do you need, Booger? What?
I think he's also talking about the simultaneous adults and kids class because he's got 2 little boogers.
You do. He does have 2 little boogers, and they're the cutest thing ever.
They are pretty cute.
You're right. That's exactly what you need, Deej.
That's right. I know things.
Yeah.
Even though we've never met, but I know things.
Yeah.
Let's
Because I talk about... You guys, I told you what my brother named his kids, right? Maximus Stone and Major Steel.
Major Steel.
No pressure.
Major Steel cojones to give that kid that name.
No pressure on the boys to grow up and be badasses at all. Max and Major.
Major Steel. Damn. Some cojones right there. All right, what we got here? I feel like some of the comments keep going away. Let's see.
They go away? All right.
I don't know. It's not.
What's in Vegas? And can you both share a little on your New Year's resolutions? Did you miss the beginning? How do we go back down? I don't want to move that.
I'm trying to get it to come up over here.
Okay. If you missed our New Year's resolutions, I'll go over
a little recap.
A little recap. I'm going to memorize all the 10th Planet warm-ups well enough to teach them on the spot. If you just say, show me D, I should be able to show you everything D and explain it and do it like that. That's number 1 for me. Number 2 is to compete 3 times, and number 3 is to get my brown belt from Eddie.
Such good ones.
Thanks.
I love it. What were mine again? Working on transitions to the things that I enjoy doing. Like this spider web. That's going to be a big one this year for me.
I sang. See?
Going to the Tom DeBlass seminar.
Wait, that's the one in San Diego?
Yeah.
All right.
The beginning of... Fuck.
The beginning of fuck?
Just
when is fuck?
All the things just came to mind. I hope it's not the weekend of EBI.
I hope not either. My brother David, DJ, says that his sons are already badasses. Yes, they are. They're adorable.
With the name like Major Steel. Their father. What do you think? And to learn to teach so that I can teach to learn.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
I know.
I know, coming up with my own little sayings and stuff, you know. So, Anthony says, good job on the names. Good job, good job, Dave. Do you like it when people call you Dave?
No. His name is not Dave. His name is either David or DJ. Don't call my brother Dave.
Where the fuck DJ come from?
David John.
Oh, okay.
My mom named him David John, so we call him DJ.
Sorry.
Dave is my cousin,
not
and my
Dave.
uncle, and my other cousin, and my
Not
other cousin,
Dave.
and my other cousin.
DGG, when's comp number 1 and when is it? What's comp number 1 and when is it?
That's actually, I don't have...
She said 3.
Yeah.
3 tournaments this year.
At least 3 this year, and I don't have one yet because I haven't looked it up, but I will tell you this.
Are any of them going to be IBJJF? Are they also...
But I will tell you this. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to be 40 in March, and I want to compete for my birthday.
There you go.
So somebody tell me when a Nogi sub-only tournament is.
Somebody sent me a list recently of
March.
Somebody sent me a list of tournaments for next year.
We'll post that on MattTherapyLife.com.
So I gotta find it.
Yeah,
but I think it's a website that actually like updates regularly.
That's a fantastic website. I will support that.
This was a different one I've never seen. So awesome, good stuff. Let's see any. Oh, cool. We rive. Oh, Royce.
Hi, Royce Kim.
Hi, Royce Kim. All right, well.
You got shout-outs?
We shouted out our girl Ashby.
No, but we've got other shout-outs. I have them.
Let's see. The Chang brothers, Dylan, Aiden, and Brandon. Where are they from again?
Vancouver.
Vancouver, that's right.
That's right, and they train at Budo MMA up there, and they've been showing us a lot of love on Instagram, and there are 3 young boys, and they love jiu-jitsu. And also...
Hearts. Also, Caitlin at 10th Planet Walnut Creek.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Aw, shit.
Where's Walnut Creek at?
I think that's where Big Red is the head coach.
Oh, like Central?
San Francisco, Walnut
Central.
Creek. Yeah.
Some people, would you consider that Northern California or Central? I feel like it's kind of like the in-between. Like it could be either or.
Northern Central?
North Central? Becky, on the road to purple belt, did you ever struggle with self-doubt? Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I mean, aside from, I mentioned earlier, the first, 8 months of having my purple belt, or my blue belt, was a lot of injuries. So that kind of causes some doubt in itself.
Yeah.
Within, I don't know. Just
I
that
don't-
that
is it-
struggle was a lot. So
I feel like that's something that we all, like a cyclical thing.
uh-huh.
Like we all struggle with self-doubt. Is that not true for you guys too?
I'm
'Cause
sure
I feel
everybody
like,
does. There's no way
Yeah.
that nobody out there is like just
Like I'm
I'm
badass
a badass
all the time.
all the time.
I
Like
don't
you
know.
can tell yourself that,
Yeah.
but inside you're feeling some sort of doubt somewhere. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. I definitely remember not long after I got my purple belt, wondering like, I had my moments, and I'm sure I mentioned it to you, like why the fuck did he give me this belt? Like why
I think
why?
that happens to
Why?
everybody. Am I ready for this? Can I step up to it? I think
Especially because it happened so fast for me, like completely unexpected, way
you
faster.
really
than...
dedicated yourself to training. You know what I mean? I know why you got it.
I know I dedicated myself.
Yeah.
I still felt.
But
like
I
it
think
was
that
super
I think
fast.
didn't Nate say something like that to one of us, that every promotion has made him like step up to the plate more, and I
Well,
can,
that's
I can
exactly
definitely
what it does,
co-sign
yeah.
that. Yeah, like for sure.
So
Because you feel like, oh, if Eddie or whoever your coach is believes that I'm at this level, then I need to make sure that I prove to him over and over again that I am in fact at that level.
yeah. You almost do it more for him than you do, or for.
For sure. You.
I feel like I've done it more for him than.
I think I can imagine that's for every coach. I've never actually trained under another jiu-jitsu coach than Eddie, but wanting that approval or wanting him to recognize all of the work that you do on the mat has got to be universal for all of us. Or else, why do you do it? Why do we all do this thing where this one person awards us a ranking, if not for their recognition?
Yeah.
Like,
And we have to
that's
respect
something that
that.
we all have
It's-
to want, or that's why we do it. Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, Eric Medina from the LA Jiu-Jitsu
Hi,
Club.
Eric Medina. Hey,
We
when you
heart
guys
you
come
guys.
out here to watch EBI, make sure that you go and stay at the LA Jiu-Jitsu Club.
Let's see. On the road to what's the name of the website to fund the Flying Jew? What's the
Patreon.com
slash?
Mat Therapy Life. If you go to mattherapylife.com and then go to the podcast page, there's a link straight to it. And you can also email Becky about sponsorship if you own a business, because I put her email there too.
Oh,
You're welcome.
didn't even know that either. See what she does?
This is what I do. About
By
10
Anth-
o'clock, wait, I'm
But-
sorry. About 10 o'clock at night, if you go on Matt, I don't know how many of you guys go on the website, but if you go on it often enough, you might go on and be like, this is a completely
This
different
looks a
website.
little bit different.
Because around 10 o'clock at night, and I have 3 websites. I have Matt Therapy Life, I have the Women's Self-Defense page, and I have my own website. And when Jonathan's like, oh, I'm going to bed, I got clients tomorrow, I'm going to go to bed, all of a sudden I'll be like, ooh,
Let's change the website.
I'm going to start working on all the websites. And then like 1 o'clock will come and I'll be like, oh, I should probably go to bed and be a normal person. But all of a sudden I'll be like, you know what we need? A whole new look.
She's not even high when she does that either.
But it happens for everything. All of a sudden I'll be like, I'm going to change everything. And I do.
Let's see, Anthony, I have to go. Good show. You've come a long way from sequins and ice. Yes, I have.
Oh, that's your friend. I was like,
Yeah.
why does Anthony Burchek?
No,
What is he
different-
talking about?
different
Sequins and
Anthony.
ice.
Yes, not ice. It was roller skating, but I get what you're saying.
Did you
there.
guys know that?
Definitely
Becky
sequins
used to be
and
an
beads and shit.
artistic roller skater.
Not
You know,
autistic.
I didn't say that.
I know. I was just letting them know. She didn't say autistic. I actually have a picture that I just
But
found.
we could get you a rash guard that maybe looked like one of your.
Oh!
Like an 80s, like an 80s, like like what are those things called? Leotards? A jujitsu leotard.
The 80s are coming at you real
Gonna
quick.
happen. Gonna happen.
I had an idea. We'll talk about it after.
Alright.
An idea. I don't know if it's a great idea, but it was kind of a fun idea. But
Alright.
anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I found a picture yesterday from skating that I'll post it tomorrow for.
Oh.
It'll be my Throwback Thursday picture tomorrow.
I like it.
Just
All
some
right.
ones that haven't been posted.
Okay.
So that's all.
Alright.
Mañana. Tune in.
All right.
What else we
Is
got?
that it?
All
How
right.
long have we
Well,
been talking?
you guys
right.
are.
1
You
hour-
guys appear to be out of questions.
Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes. But we reached it, 90 minutes. That's usually what happens to us. So
See? Told you.
thanks, guys. And next week, the New Waza crew is going to come hang out with us. It might be in the afternoon, and it might be in the evening. Pay attention to all the posts. We don't know.
It might be in a studio. It might not.
We'll find out.
There might be one person, there might be 3 people. Who knows?
But thank you for supporting our first year of
There'll
Matt
probably be wine,
Therapy. Yeah,
And
there
beer.
might be wine there and beer. Thank you for supporting our first year of Matt Therapy and working through all of our growing pains. We're trying to become the best podcast that we can be for you, and we really want to hear from you guys. We want to know what kind of events you guys want us to give this year besides tournaments and mat parties, and we'll work on some cool traincations for you guys, and hopefully have some cool clothes for you, and possibly have a place for you guys to come visit us in LA soon. So thanks, everybody. All the happies and the marries and whatever that is that you celebrate, and Happy New Year, and we love you guys.
We'll see you all next year.
Bye. Peace out, bitches.
How do we stop
How do you
this?
turn it off?
I don't know.
Alright, because it's totally going to be
Finish.
on there.